Hello YouTube, Reddit Math here, and welcome back to the Red Estate. In today's episode, we're going to be doing a little bit of spinning our wheels. You might notice we have recruited a bit of cannon fodder. Turneville and Thorell here are going to round out a party with more permanent members of the estate, Ashley and the newly recruited and renamed Chaz Webb. I think this party comp should be fine. We're just heading into an apprentice mission. We've got 2 level 1 characters to do it with, so I don't think this should be too bad. Basically, I just need like a new week. If we could go into the cove, that would be awesome. Unfortunately, we can't, and I don't want to send these guys into a level 5 mission. I think that would be tantamount to suicide. So instead, we deal with what we've got here. We'll quickly head into our provisioning screen, where I'm basically intending to grab max food, 3 shovels, and like half a stack of torches, medicinal herb, key, no key. We might encounter blight, we might encounter poison. Let's go with something like that, and call it a day. That should get us enough of a reward, relatively inexpensive foray out into the forest on the manor. So I think I'll be okay there. Not too concerned. I mean, come on, it's a short level 1 mission. Like, what could possibly go wrong? Also wanted to discuss briefly a pretty cool post on the Darkest Dungeon subreddit recently, discussing one individual's...
I knew all these paths once. Now they are as twisted as my own ambitions.
One individual's completion of New Game Plus and the strategies that were used there. And basically, the optimal strategy at this point, because... man, do I want to burn a shovel on this?
Nature herself,
yeesh,
a victim to the spreading corruption. Malformed with misintent.
Because the heirloom rewards are now randomized, and you can now exchange them, although, you know, there's a little bit of an exchange tax there. There's really no requirement to head to, like, all of the different dungeons, and therefore, the most efficient path from A to Z right now is appearing to be just mainlining, like, one thing. Like, you pick up the ruins, and you just go with it. Of course, to defeat the Darkest Dungeon, you do not need to be defeating all of the bosses along the way, and so, I guess here, and I can...
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
And I assume, then, that the point-blank shot finishes this guy? Yeah, there we go.
To the pit.
Alright, not too bad.
A trifling victory. But a victory nonetheless.
I knew he was going to say something there.
Finding the stuff is only the first test. Now it must be carried home.
We're both trying to talk here. Alright. So, you don't need to defeat the bosses, and so your optimal strategy is really just centered around getting characters leveled up, and that's your only true objective through it all. I'm letting the light dwindle quite a bit here, I realize. Yeah, I'll save one more. Probably have to let light hit 0, bounce it back up to 25, and then hopefully that's enough for us to do all our backtracking. We're eating an awful lot of food, though. Yeesh. Maybe we can luck out and find a corpse along the way.
Handsome reward for a task well performed.
Yeah, I will take it. That's obviously not the strategy that I've been applying.
Another one falls.
That's a line I don't remember hearing before.
Executed
Another
with
one
impunity.
Falls. Huh.
Begone, fiend.
Mostly
Seize this momentum. Push on to the task's end.
Mostly because I like the boss fights. I like the boss fights a lot, and one of the reasons that well, I wanted to come through Oh, that's actually kind of lame. She doesn't have breakthrough to move herself up either. Well, won't be the worst thing in the world. A highwayman in the back can still shoot, obviously. And a Hellion up front is basically right where she wants to be. So maybe we do something like this.
Surges as the enemy crumbles.
Booyah. Down to 5. If we can just act first, that should ensure a kill there.
Give them no quarter.
And maybe one of these. Oh, yes. Alright. Who needs healers, right? We have damage. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to do much with this. So let's just hope we can hit real hard, real quick here. Yeah, I have almost no one that can attack the front, unfortunately. Ugh. Also, I have no trinkets on, I realize. I thought, actually, I equipped Ashley and Chaz, but clearly I was mistaken there. Let's actually move up so that we can get 2 characters wickedly hacking. Although, he's really just going to need the one more hit. And, oh, we can poison dart from here. Beautiful. That'll do it. Okay. Nice. I guess in my...
Slowly, gently. This is how a life is taken.
Rush to get these guys out the door. I forgot about the 2 characters that I should actually be caring about a little bit. Sorry, guys. Got a little bit of light. That's not going to last to the end of the hallway, though. That one chest will still give us something, except for when it's trapped. I don't want to take 6 damage without a healer, so I'm thinking...
The darkness holds much worse than mere trickery and boogeymen.
That's fair. The darkness is pretty scary, I won't lie. We also haven't seen any torches along our journey, so I am glad to see that.
Loot are often low on supplies.
Yeah, I don't know how laden we are. Thankfully, perhaps our low inventory is going to at least keep any collector battles at bay. One can hope, at least. Yeah, that sort of optimal strategy, not something we're probably going to be doing here. I'm still convinced, although, you know, we're like 35 weeks in, something of that sort. I'm still pretty convinced that time isn't really a consequence here. It might become a bit of a battle, you know, if we party wipe or something like that in the Darkest Dungeon. Suddenly finding a new crew and bringing them all the way back up. That might put a little bit of a strain on the game's 99-week time limit. But otherwise, it's really the death counter that I think can stop us.
The darkness holds dominion. Black as death.
And perhaps if we had, you know, just mainlined ruins or 2, we might have found our way to victory by week 35, which is, as I sit right now, is kind of a novel concept.
Watch your step.
Ugh.
Secrets and wonders can be found in the most tenebrous corners of this place.
As the idea of already having completed the game when I'm running through with a party of 2 level 0 characters seems kind of silly. Man, you're just blighting all over the place, aren't you? That's fine. Your curiosity is one of the reasons we're not going to be keeping you. Let's go ahead and continue this. We've got a couple of curios coming right up. Oh no! Why? Your veins are on fire, I understand. But the effigy also, jeez Louise. You're going to take 10 more damage. That'll leave you at 8. That doesn't seem good. That doesn't seem good at all. Tell you what, we'll do the hallway fight. The hallway fight might be really easy. It could also be rabid gnashers that dodge everything I throw at them. Oh, why? Why would you resist that? And we got rabies. Of course we got rabies. Why wouldn't we get rabies? Okay. We do get the bleed there. Won't quite mean a kill, though.
Such a terrible assault cannot be left unanswered.
You remember that thing where I said the hallway battle shouldn't be too bad? I'm having flashbacks to an almost full party wipe that I had in the Weald against a group of gnashers. A Hellion did make it out alive, so hopefully we don't see a repeat of this time. Just like the tiniest bit of damage on you.
A faint hope blossoms.
And then, yes, if the blight lands, and it does. Awesome. Okay.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
And of course, this curio that I pushed forward for is a torch, which is wonderful. Wonderful torches. I know. We all need bandages. It's a thing.
A fortune waiting to be spent.
Well, why not? We've got one more room battle here. Let's just pass out a little food to everybody. Let me top off some HP bars, and that should get everyone into tip-top shape. I'm actually going to leave it at dark. Hopefully we get a little bit more of a loot bonus off of that. Just some spiders. Certainly easier than gnashers. At least I would choose to believe so. They do have a nasty tendency to mark.
Abomination cleansed from our lands.
To mark, and
their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
And focus fire down a single character. But I don't think we're going to have to deal with that here, as we've already killed 3 of them right away. Hey, a little bit of healing. That's something. 66 stress, though. It's not looking great. And do you blight? You do blight. Okay. You actually have 0 blight resistance as a spider? That seems really weird. Right?
Death by inches.
I guess we can think of it as bug spray more than venom of any kind. Did not really come up with an opportunity to use our medicinal herbs. Herbs? Yeah, herbs. Herbs. So I think
roads bring soldiers and supplies. Let them arrive unharried.
So I think that'll be okay. We make it out of here with a little over 6,000 gold, clearing all the things we can, and you know, a fair number of heirlooms. Nothing to complain about there anyway. Weapon Tinker isn't too bad. Natural Swing is awesome. We'll also probably want to get rid of Weak Grip. And I didn't particularly care what the Hellions came away with. So, yeah.
Curiosity, interest, and obsession. Mile markers on my road to damnation.
Huh. Unfortunately, we didn't get another level 1 character. I'm actually going to dismiss these 2. I don't think the investment in de-stressing, not to mention the cost of upgrading some of their skills, is really worth it. So
this one has become vestigial, useless.
The Barbarian Sisters certainly serve their purpose, but I think that is going to do it for them. We can take a few minutes, though. Get rid of rabies. Man, is rabies good on a grave robber, now that I think about it? Base accuracy 95. Can also accuracy buff herself. And that's taking it down by 10. Like, let's compare that to accuracy 100, 90, 90, 90. Damage 1 to 2. That's because I just fired off this bad boy, though. What's this say? 5 to 11. Looking 6 to 12. I'm gonna actually leave rabies for just like a little bit and kind of see how that plays. That might not be the worst thing that has ever happened to us. In the meantime, you guys, just because otherwise this would be a rather short episode, let's check out what I would normally be doing in between episodes. So I usually kind of try to start at the top. Our characters that are highest level are getting a little bit of a break, basically. I'm leaving all of these sort of gambling, tippler, deviant taste, God-fearing. I want to see those quirks locking in. I would rather those be the permanent quirks that we have, and I can get rid of stuff like demonomania, as story relevant as it might be for an abomination. It's probably worth getting rid of. Unfortunately, I don't think the crit from range skills is something that we really want to lock in, so we'll just go with that. He's got none. Known cheat is great. Bad gambler is fine. Curious is going to see itself removed, though. And clutch hitter's fine. Not exactly amazing on a... not exactly amazing for a Vestal, though, is it? I mean, she can critically heal. That's a lot of money, right? Ugh, I'm doing it. 9,000 to lock that in. Curious is just as bad on you. So let's get rid of that. And I might consider hard-skinned as a universally good trait. We'll spend quite a bit of money there as well. Emptying our coffers a bit, certainly, but I think it's paying off in the long run. Also, why don't we send Ashley? Won't go. Ashley is God-fearing. Well, what do you know? Seems like grave robbing might be a little bit of a weird profession in that particular instance, but you know, to each their own. And Bodica, very much the opposite. We'll get rid of some of her stress with a strong draught. All right, that is going to do it. Let's see what we have for next week. Still nothing for the Cove, huh? Oh, that's super annoying. Do I want to start with a long champion dungeon for an ancestral trinket? Ugh. Ugh. That doesn't sound super appealing. Not in the Cove. That doesn't sound super appealing at all. Yeah, I don't know. We might end up treading a little bit of water again next week as I try to pass the time, refresh my stagecoach a bit. I can probably afford to not increase roster size, but maybe we'll increase the number of heroes.
Word is traveling. Ambition is stirring in distant cities. We can use this.
Just to see if I can't get maybe another roll at a chance for a level 1 character and a class that will work with these three. I think we're sort of gearing them all up. They've been leveling up equally. You know, something like this. I just need a third slot, like a solid Houndmaster. Jester, of course, would be amazing. I'd take a Bounty Hunter. There's a lot of options for a third slot that I think could work pretty well, but that'll have to wait until the next episode. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, feel free to subscribe. There's more videos on the channel every single day. Leave a like or a comment if you have anything to say about this or any of my other videos, and I will catch you guys next time.